The premier event in all of high school basketball just kicked off. 8 elite teams are in Fort Myers right now to figure out who will be crowned Geico's national champion. And after a really good quarterfinal matchup, we have 4 standouts from each of the winning teams. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get all of our basketball content as soon as it's released. It's supposed to be a really balanced game between a 4 seed and a 5 seed, the 4 seed being Oak Hill, the 5 seed being Link Academy. But if you did your homework before the game, you know Link Academy had the players to really give Oak Hill more than they could manage. And realistically, that's exactly what happened the entire game. Yes, there were points where Oak Hill Academy and Link Academy were within a few points, but the 81-67 victory for Link Academy just about tells the tape of how this game went. Of course, the standout for this game has to be Jordan Walsh, who went for 23 points, 7 assists on just 2 turnovers while having all of the physical gifts that you could possibly look for in a forward. He was really good attacking the basket. His length and athleticism made him a problem on the defensive end. And the fact that he is scoring this efficiently against elite competition, against a guy who's going to the SEC with Kentucky and Chris Livingston and all of the dudes that are on this Oak Hill team, just goes to show you that Arkansas got a really, really good class coming in. And Jordan Walsh might be the cherry on top next to Nick Smith. In the second game of the day, we saw Montverde square off against Arizona Compass Prep. And guys, this one was a really hard-fought game to the very end. Of course, if you're a high school basketball junkie, you know how dominant Montverde can be when they really turn it on. And guys like Dariq Whitehead, Dylan Mitchell, and Malik Renault are all names that can get it done. And Dariq and Malik were the two that were really the driving forces behind this Montverde win. Malik, as usual, is extremely efficient on the block. He went 7 for 11 for 19 points. But it's Dariq Whitehead's 12 points and 9 assists that get him over there. And I get it. Dariq did not shoot well in this game. But the fact that he's this much of a playmaker while still being one of the leading scorers on this team says a lot about what he has in his skill set. The 5-star Duke commit finished with 1 block and 3 steals to show off his defensive prowess. He also played the entire game as Montverde's anchor on both ends of the floor. The third game of the day was the third meeting of IMG versus La Lumiere, and those are 2 really talented teams that went back and forth during the NIBC season. IMG is loaded with high-level talent, but they're also missing their starting point guard in Jaden Bradley, who's out due to a toe injury. La Lumiere, on the other hand, is fully staffed, got their shooters back, but it was still IMG that came out on top in a brutal win. We're talking 76-51. And IMG actually makes it really hard to decide who had the bigger game. Keyonte George's 22 points and 5 assists just go to show you how adept he is as a shooter. He went 4 of 6 from 3. He had 13 of his points in the first quarter alone. When Keyonte gets hot, he gets hot in a hurry. He's starting to add more mass to his frame, and going to Baylor is only going to bulk him up and make him a better defender, which is scary. But I have to give the nod to Jairus Walker, the 6'8 Houston commit, because boy, he was fantastic on both ends. He finished with a game-high 23 points with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 blocks. Just going to show you how dangerous of a defender he is and why I've been saying this his entire senior year. This man is going to step onto Houston's court next year and be a top 10 defender of college basketball. And whatever techniques or just the attention to detail that Houston has on defense is going to rub on Jairus Walker, and it is going to be amazing for his game. Now we move on to the biggest shocker of the first day. We had Prolific Prep beating the number 1 seeded Sunrise Christian Academy pretty much at the buzzer. That's a really big shot by the 6'6", 2024 wing prospect Zion Sensley. With him hitting that shot at the... Normally a big shot like that would definitely have you as the standout player, but it was actually Jordan Pope, the Oregon State commit, that did it all to really keep this team in the game while MJ Rice and Adem Bona was out. Jordan shot really well from beyond the arc. Jordan shot really well behind the arc, hitting 5 of his 12 threes, grabbing 5 rebounds, and getting 3 assists. We're looking at a really good shot maker, so they can get in the paint and find guys. Oregon State is getting someone that can come in, infuse shot making and play making into their game right away. Tell us who you think is going to win the Geico National Championship in the comments below, and leave a suggestion for any players that you would like for us to cover in the future. I appreciate you guys for sticking around this far. This was just the first day of Geico's national coverage. We definitely have more stuff planned to go around. In fact, I want to go ahead and tell you guys about our Patreon that is going to launch next week. We have 3 different tiers. The first one is the fan tier, where you can get all of our content a day early. The next tier is going to be for players. These are for guys who are looking for a home base and would like to get their name out there. You can shoot us your film. We'll go over, we'll tell you what level we think you are and how to improve your game. And then we have a coach's package, which is going to give you access to all of our in-game notes throughout the season. That's everything that we have on the 2023 class, 2024 class, 25, even the 2026 as they go throughout the summer, and those will be updated monthly. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to us now so you can get more content like this.